线下12一盒，一盒里面有50粒，然后总共是4盒，4盒的价格店铺卖53块8。
According to Chinese authorities, on December 20th, 2021, Via, one of China's most well-known live streamers, has been ordered to pay taxes and fines worth over 1 billion renminbi, or about $210 million over tax evasion. Between 2019 and 2020, Via evaded about 100 million in taxes and failed to pay about 9.4 million other taxes. The news item is so shocking that it's quickly become the top search item in China. According to Sina Weibo, in less than a day, the post with the hashtag 为呀会凉了吗? or Will Via Fall received more than 300 million hits. Multiple financial media in China have commented around the same theme, that this is a sign of the imminent end of the good fortune of China's live streamers. This incident shows that the financial crisis is knocking on the door of the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, where debt bombs are seen everywhere. To fill the financial gap at various levels of government, the rich will be taxed and fined in droves in the future. China's official notice also mentions that Via won't be held criminally liable if she can pay her taxes, late fees, and fines within the prescribed period. If she can't, however, the tax authorities will transfer her to the Public Security Department for further action. After being officially notified, Via and her husband issued a letter of apology, stating that they would raise funds to fulfill the payment within the prescribed period. Via is the anchor of Qianxun Holdings. The company's legal representative is Via's husband. He holds 46.1204% of the shares and is the majority shareholder and de facto controller of the company. At present, Via is shut down by the authorities. Her Weibo, Taobao Live, TikTok, and Kuaishou accounts are all blocked, and all past live broadcasts on the platforms have been deleted. For Via's blocked live channel, the customer service at Taobao, a Chinese online shopping platform, says that her account has been frozen for violating relevant regulations, but her store isn't blocked. Via is a superstar live streamer on the e-commerce platform Taobao. She used to be a singer.
待的时间会久一点点啊，大家不要太心疼啊。
没问题。
然后吃好喝好啊。
非常好，现在。
The reason why her case has caused shockwaves in the industry is that she has long maintained good relations in local government and upper political circles. That is, she has a relatively strong political backing. She was previously awarded the National Poverty Alleviation Award by the CCP, the National March 8th or Women Red flag bearer in the fight against the pandemic, and the 2021 Online Integrity Campaign Ambassador, as well as holding membership in the CCP's National Youth Federation. She has been interviewed by China's top media, CCTV, several times to share her live stream success. If Via ends up leaving the live streaming world, it's safe to say that no live streamer in China is safe. In May 2016, Via officially became a streamer for Taobao Live. 4 months later, her on-air sales reached 100 million renminbi. Since then, her sales have long held the #1 position in mainland China for live streaming sales. In 2018, Via earned $4.71 million in annual revenue and completed $110 million in transactions. November 11th is a joint shopping holiday launched by Chinese e-commerce platforms known as Double 11. During Double 11 2019, Via sold more than $470 million in merchandise. In 2020 and 2021, live streaming to sell merchandise in China has become common practice for major e-commerce platforms, driven by multiple factors such as the pandemic. In the first round of pre-sale of Double 11 in 2021, the total number of audience members in Via's live streaming channel reached 240 million, and the transaction volume was about $1.34 billion. Only one other popular live streamer, Li Jiaqi, is of the same weight as her, who had a total of 250 million audience members in her live streaming channel, and the transaction volume reached $1.8 billion.
小女生69号色汤富，这件颜色美不美？这件就是一只 Oh my God， 你们必须要给我买到的豆沙色。
The biggest difference between them is that Li is an employee, while Via is the de facto boss of the company. Motivated by Chinese e-commerce giants like Alibaba and Jingdong, Chinese online marketers are trained by their companies to sell goods on air, and it has become a booming industry.
开始下雪了，你们的帽子准备好了吗？来看一下我家的。
流行那种衣服，哎，穿得紧紧的，除非就是像我们这种。
Merchants hire big-name presenters to sell their products, and presenters generally take a 20 to 40% commission. In this 20 to 40% commission, usually the technology company behind the platform, such as Alibaba, takes 10% of the technical service fee. Taobao, as the content platform, takes 30%, and the presenter takes 60%. According to the Ministry of Commerce of China, the audience size for live e-commerce channels is 388 million, accounting for nearly 40% of the overall online population. This market is expected to be close to 2 trillion renminbi, or more than $300 billion in 2021. In the first half of 2020 alone, there were over 10 million live e-commerce streaming sessions across China, which means that the Chinese people can see more than 50,000 live sales sessions every day. Top presenters can earn over $150,000 per month, while new presenters may only earn a few $100s per month, and 99% of presenters operate at a loss. China's internet giants can make huge profits if they cultivate and create 1% of the top presenters. The top anchors enjoy a huge tilt of resources from the online platforms. Almost all the market, advertising, and online traffic will gravitate to the top ones. Chinese media concluded that the total sales of Via and Li Jiaqi in one day is about $3.1 billion, which is more than the annual revenue of 4,000 listed companies in China's A-share stock market. It's not that these top presenters have great skills or personal charisma. They have only one secret, which is the low price.
等于不带送的话是平均每盒8块。
The internet giants have enabled these celebrity streamers to attract huge traffic. For instance, Via and Li Jiaqi's e-shopping festival in 2021 received traffic equivalent to the entire population of the United States and Canada. They have the equivalent of a monopoly, drawing tens of thousands of suppliers. With a huge supply base, Via and Li Jiaqi's common slogan is the lowest online price. Their strategy is to use low prices to keep the traffic. They join hands to form an alliance, demanding the lowest prices from suppliers. They win by the best price, not the best quality. Via has more than 10 million followers with an accumulated monthly viewership of 320 million. Her company in Hangzhou has 10 floors, each of which is large and dedicated to storing vendor goods. It's a warehouse the size of a medium-sized shopping mall. Many ordinary Chinese people have developed a habit of making a list of household goods they want to buy. They check the live stream trailers of the two presenters and wait for them to offer specials during the live session. They then place the orders. The list of household goods offered through live streaming sessions is extensive, from small bottles of soy sauce, socks, towels, to more expensive products like skincare and cosmetics. The strong monopoly of the top presenters can be seen in the Les Oreal Paris incident that took place at the 2021 e-shopping festival. On October 20th, Via and Li Jiaqi claimed in the live broadcast that they could offer the biggest discount on Les Oreal's mask for the whole year. In early November, consumers found that the official website of Les Oreal launched an offer that was $27 lower than the price of the two presenters in their live stream. As a result, on the evening of November 17th, the two presenters released a statement saying that they would suspend all cooperation with the official flagship store of Les Oreal Paris, which was equivalent to teaming up to shut down Les Oreal. A few hours later, at 2 a.m. Beijing time, Les Oreal issued an apology and promised a proper solution to the situation. In essence, this business model created by China's e-commerce giants is siphoning off the profits of China's distribution. Department stores, warehousing, advertising, and small supermarkets and other industries, as well as the purchasing power of people in third and fourth tier cities. The business cycle at the grassroots level in China is being continuously disrupted, and the cost for the entire society is being pushed up de facto. A netizen shared a story about a shopping mall in a particular city. It prepared a good discount for the mall's promotion. Because its discount was bigger than the discount of the two streamers, it received a notice from the suppliers that it temporarily canceled the discounts. The staff at the mall had to refund the pre-sale money received to the customers. That is to say, the Chinese internet giants, together with top live streamers, have formed an extremely centralized model that is changing the supply chain of daily necessities in China. The low-price approach is giving rise to even lower quality goods. For this reason, a Chinese netizen left a furious comment after seeing the news of Via's tax collection. Devotion to learning, technology, innovation, and building the real economy. What's the use of all these? The middlemen's commissions are something that people in those areas would never make in 8 lifetimes. However, it seems that these aren't the concerns of the Chinese government at present. Scrounging cash directly from the internet industry is a top priority for the government. The internet anchors who have high wealth are the target of this wave of scavenging. China's Xinjiang Daily published an article on the same day stating that Via's fine is a reminder to every online host to actively rectify their tax evasion behavior. At the same time, according to the China news agency, thousands of people have already taken the initiative to self-examine and pay back taxes. Before the fine imposed on Via on November 22nd, 2 popular online anchors have been penalized with tax recovery and fines totaling roughly $10 million and $4 million respectively. The 2 have been banned from several social media platforms. The way online anchors evade taxes isn't complicated. In reality, it's been an open secret over the past few years. According to Chinese tax rules, the tax rate is 45% on annual income over $150,000. These anchors often register multiple companies and convert their personal income into operating streams for multiple companies to avoid the 45% tax rate. For example, Via is associated with 18 companies and holds the position of legal representative in 12 companies. According to the information disclosed by the Inspection Bureau of Hangzhou Tax Bureau this time, Via evaded tax by setting up several consulting enterprises and other fictitious businesses and converting her personal income from commissions and other remuneration for labor from the live streaming platforms into business operating income by making false declarations to evade tax. That is, if China's tax authorities were to work by the law, these anchors would have been subject to tax recovery and received fines long ago in the past few years. But in China, money and power are intertwined, and the rich and powerful are intertwined in a complex network, each taking what they desire. In China, it's normal for Via, who owns a huge fortune, not to be investigated. When she does get investigated, it means a huge change is coming to China's economic and political spheres. In September 2021, the General Office of the State Administration of Taxation issued a notice that personal studios and businesses set up by celebrity artists and online anchors would be required to declare taxes using the check and tax method. The notice specifically mentioned the online anchor group. This huge change would be because the entire Chinese economy has relied on making a big fiscal and financial bubble for the past 20 years to stay afloat. Once this fiscal and financial bubble bursts, China will face a full-scale and extremely serious economic disaster. This debt crisis started under the former party leader Jiang Zemin's administration. And after Hu Jintao's administration, when Jiang actually held power, the debt started to swell. And in the decade under the current party leader Xi Jinping, the debt snowball has rolled to the point where it can no longer be pushed. How significant is China's fiscal crisis now? Several Chinese media reported that civil servants in the wealthier provinces in China received pay cuts of 15% to 25% on average in December 2021. Back in June 2020, there was news that public security officers in Guangdong province had their salaries reduced. In July 2021, civil servants in several places broke the news that performance awards had been withheld, and in some cases, performance awards that had already been paid were asked to be returned. Civil servant pay cuts have now reached most of China. Civil servants' basic salaries are guaranteed by the central government, and it's the performance awards that determine the level of income, which comes from the local treasury. So far, it seems the part income that has been cut is the performance portion, indicating that local finances have generally deteriorated, including China's otherwise relatively rich provinces. The city where Anchor Via is from is the affluent city of Hangzhou. A citizen of Hangzhou recently sent a message crying in his WeChat circle of friends, saying, "The finance department is going to give us a pay cut of about 25%. And I will earn 50,000 renminbi less next year, or $7,800 less." A posting on the WeChat public page of the Business Daily said that the Central Commission for Discipline Inspection replied to an inquiry, saying that civil servants who drive Didi, the equivalent of Uber, and deliver takeout after work aren't, in principle, in breach of discipline. In China, civil servants are considered by the public to be the safest jobs, and the fact that the central government now even allows or encourages civil servants to work part-time in other industries after work shows that the central government understands that local finances are having trouble supporting the civil servants. The central government also clearly knows that China's economy isn't going to get better in the next few years and will only get worse. The Communist Party held its annual Economic Work Conference from December 8th to the 10th, 2021. The CCP admitted that it's now facing triple economic pressure: demand contraction, supply shock, and weakening expectations. Demand contraction mainly refers to the contraction of the consumption capacity of the whole society because of the obvious rise in unemployment, the decrease in wages of the working population, and the heavy indebtedness of households. Supply shock mainly refers to the significant increase in the prices of industrial raw materials, components, and fuels. Weakening expectations refers to the fact that everyone from consumers to enterprises isn't optimistic about the future direction of the economy, so consumers will save money. The interaction of these three factors will cause the overall economy to keep contracting. The economy ends up being caught in a bad cycle and will show a long-term trend of continuous decline. Although both central and local governments are facing increasing fiscal deficits, they won't do what normal governments do, which is to adopt saving measures such as downsizing government and cutting spending. They may eventually have to do it, but until that day comes, the red governments will use their unchecked power to pass on the losses to all sectors of society. From this perspective, it's time for private entrepreneurs like Vaya, who have vast wealth but aren't yet protected by the higher echelons of the Communist Party, to surrender their wealth. A tax storm is about to sweep across China.